Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday midnight, and you know what that means. You are listening to WRUU-LP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. And without further ado, please welcome tonight's guest announcer. You know him, you love him, from the smash hit show on the Poop Network, it's David Wishbone!
Happy Friday night, sexy peoples! Live from WRUU Studios in very stinky but beautiful downtown Savannah, Georgia, it's Really Late with Chromdar! I'm your announcer, David Wishbone, and tonight, from up your butt and around the corner, through your tubes and out your boobs, we're joined by the following special guests. Fan favorite, acclaimed biologist, and Turtles All the Way Down lover, Sarah Ellie! Fellow radio show legend and host of Prognotion, Rob Norman. A red hat wearing Crypt keeper. And a man in a local band who has big things coming and much, much more. And now, smack your phalanges together for your host. It's Chromdar.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Chromdar. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, don't throw your bra at me. Don't throw your panties at me. Don't do that. I'm your host, Chromdar, and I'm so happy you've joined us here for our second episode of Really Late. Give it up for yourselves for being here tonight. Come on now. Give me that applause. That's right. Give it up. Yes. Yes, that's right. We're back for another week of Really Late with Chromdar, live from the WRUU studios, which means that the first episode was not deranged enough to get us pulled off air, which just means we'll have to go harder this week. Instead of one review of a movie about special needs vigilantes, we'll be airing 3 reviews about movies about special needs vigilantes. That's right, tonight we'll be hearing a movie review for Too Fast, Too Furious, and both The Expendables and The Expendables 2. I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. We've got our huge list of unforgettable guests you heard at the top, and my trusty co-host Tommy is here. Tommy is on the ones and twos. Tommy, how are you feeling tonight, brother?
Oh, Chromdar, I'm feeling very lugubrious. Very morose and lugubrious.
Ooh, yes, as always. And I'm assuming the Sentient Studio's here too. Wrigley Reynolds, are you awake?
I'm awake and I'm excited for another great week of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
Wrigley, this isn't Late Night and I'm not Jimmy Fallon. This is Really Late with I'm Chromdar.
No, you are who I tell you are. You're Jimmy Fallon. He's Osama bin Laden, and your 4 ugly guests in studio, they're Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth, and Jared Leto.
Jared Leto?
Just do the show before I get angry and I blow up this whole studio.
Alright, folks, this weekend is the 98th Academy Awards, aka the Oscars. One of the frontrunners is a movie called Hamnet. That's right, Hamnet. It must have been directed by Joanna Hogg.
Hey listeners, Ryan here from the Really Late Writers Room. This joke is funny because Joanna Hogg is a filmmaker behind such films like The Eternal Daughter and The Souvenirs Part 1 and 2, but also features the word hog, which relates to a pig, pork, or, as Chromdar mentioned, ham. We're not going to be apologizing for this joke. Thanks.
Alright, okay, so speaking of the Oscars, did you hear they made a movie about Batman constantly losing to the Joker? Yeah, they called it One Bat L After Another. Come on. Alright, well, another movie up for the Oscar for Best Picture is Sinners. Did you guys see Sinners? You did? Come on, you guys saw Sinners, right? Yes, everybody loves Sinners. It was a box office smash. Yeah, it made $369 million worldwide. How insane is that, right? Pretty good, right?
I think it's pretty good.
Well, apparently it did so well in the box office that director Ryan Coogler is considering renaming the movie Winners. From sinners to winners, you feel me? All right, well, who could forget Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein? Pretty dark movie, right, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty dark. I understand that his whole thing lately is like retelling age-old stories with his very specific GDT style. I thought Frankenstein was good, but you know what I'd like to see him do next? Walk with me for a second. Here's what I'm thinking. Guillermo del Toro presents It's Pat 2. Pat is back. Hey, a couple claps. There we go. One guy. We count that here. Okay, so moving on from Sinners, I want to say something about the Oscar-nominated film F1. I don't know if any listeners out there caught that movie because it skewed a little bit older, you know, like a lot of dads, grandpas went to see it and loved it, but not as many 20 to 30-something folks. For you listeners who didn't see F1, I figured I'd bring to you now the sonic experience of what you missed out on. So here's what F1 sounded like.
Everyone's got a clock.
What was that, sir?
And everyone's clock stops at some point. One of these days, your clock is going to stop. And when it does, I'll be standing there over you.
Folks, we just let anybody in to watch the show, so you're going to hear some things from the audience. I can't explain it. This guy's covered in dirt. So, you know, Tommy, I've been trying out Grok lately, the AI thing. He says we eat about 5 grams of plastic a week. That's like a credit card. It's roughly the size of an apple for a full year. We eat an apple of plastic a week. This is beyond messed up.
Yeah, I think it would be more than that. Actually, Grok told me to actually sharpen a toothbrush and stab it in my neck.
Ooh, that Grok is quite the humorist.
Yeah, it's amazing. Watch this. I'm going to ask Grok how old I am, and let's see what he says. Okay. Almost done.
Okay.
And he says that I'm 13 and I should eat a flashlight.
Ooh, technology is incredible. Now, to wrap up tonight's monologue, I thought I'd perform a song I wrote called Get Rid of My Son to the tune of Sheryl Crow's Soak Up the Sun. So please enjoy.
And now begins the performance of Get Rid of My Son. I have a dog-ass son. He is not a good son. He often makes me sad. His existence ruined my life. I've got beef with my son. He is on Mojo's top 10 bad sons. His mom and I are chill. I don't know what happened with him. I wanna get rid of my son. Gonna tell everyone that he is scum. I think I could yell out his name when a truck's driving by and it would splatter his brains. Chromdar, that was ass.
Thanks, Tommy. I thought that was a blast as well.
Yeah, maybe an ass blast.
I like the term blast to describe something that is like a super blast. That's cool. I'm going to steal that. Now, before we get to our show that's more slam-packed than a slam pig. Oh, God. Okay, let's hear from one of our new promotional partners. I think his name is just Ricky.
All right. Ricky, do you want to come in here and cut this promo for us real quick?
Do you have too much content in your fridge? Hi, my name is Ricky, and for the low price of $2, I'll come to your house and I'll eat whatever is in your fridge. You have a cake? I'll eat it. You got fruit? I'll eat it. Not sure if that milk's gone bad? Don't worry, I'll find out. I'll eat it. For the low price of $2, I'll come to your house and eat whatever's in your fridge. So remember, if you need to get some stuff out of your fridge, I'll get rid of it. That doesn't work. I'll come eat your food.
Wow, Ricky will eat from your fridge. You heard it here first. Folks, we're popping off here right from the jump. We're jump poppers. If you're a listener of my other show, The Chromdar Hour, you're no stranger to our first guest. She's a deep sea biologist, an expert wisecracker, a friend to all, and an enemy to people who hate fun. Please welcome Sarah Alley. Yes, Sarah, my buddy, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Now, Sarah, you're no stranger to the studio here in WRUU. You've been on my other show a few times. You're always a great guest. You always bring your own fan base to the show, which I've always referred to as the Sarah Bump.
Yeah, tonight's going to be the Sarah Mountain.
Sarah Mountain, whoa.
Yeah, be prepared.
Well, I was thinking about the Sarah Bump, and I got curious the other day, and I Googled the Sarah Bump, and it actually led me to a video of a woman named Sarah who has a YouTube channel called Sarah Bump, where she goes around town bonking people on the head. When they fall down, she goes, "You just got Sarah bumped." What are your thoughts on that?
I should have trademarked the Sarah Bump.
Yeah.
I should have been doing that.
I think you should have. Maybe you could start now, do like a rival one.
Yeah, it'll be better.
Now, if you did have a YouTube channel, what do you think would be on it?
Probably that. I'm just going to steal her idea.
Probably turtles, too.
Yeah, but not the turtle bump.
Not the turtle bump. No one wants to see
Unless they hate the turtles, then it's the turtle bump.
Yeah,
the turtle bump.
Have the turtles bump people, maybe.
Yeah.
There we go. So, Tommy, would you subscribe to Sarah's YouTube channel?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither. So, Sarah, do you think vampires are real?
Absolutely.
Interesting. So, let me get this straight. You're a Trump guy, right?
Trump girl.
Sorry, I think I got my notes mixed up. Enough about politics, okay? I hate politics. The crowd liked that one. Thank you. I ran for office once.
You ran?
Yeah, I ran under the... Whoa, hold on. Hey, listen, okay? I did run. This is not okay. I ran under the mayonnaise party because my campaign was funded by Hellman's. Guess how many people voted for me?
3.
Yeah, I didn't even make it to voting day, actually, because of a speech I gave at the first debate. Would you like to hear the speech that I gave?
No.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay, she wants to hear it.
Yes.
Would you actually read it? I have it typed out.
Me read it?
Yeah, would you mind reading it?
Sure.
Okay. So, I'm going to just give you my phone. You can read it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Sarah Alley reading the speech I gave at the first presidential debate when I ran for president for the Mayonnaise Party in 2018. Please, Sarah.
And thus begins Sarah's reading of Tim's presidential speech.
Oh, boy. Is it...
You got it. Come on.
Wait, is it Irie?
Irie, yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Funny of you to assume I can read. My fellow Irie boys and gals, my name is Chromdar, and I am bought and paid for by the Hellman's Corporation. Uh-oh. They told me not to say that. I'm not doing a good job at this. But to be fair, I don't know why they chose me to do this. I have no political background or anything, and they only chose me because I won a Hellman sweepstakes. I would have never pursued the sweepstakes if I knew winning would mean I'd get $30 and become a presidential candidate. I can't back out, though, because they have my grandmother encased in a vat of mayonnaise. She's still in there. Whoa, not the applause!
Why would they applaud that? Sickos in the crowd tonight.
Crazy. I wonder what that situation will do to her skin. Anyways, vote for me and my grandmother will be free from the mayonnaise prison, and she'll be able to live out her remaining years with mayonnaise, brine, skin, and eye.
Good job. Good job, Sarah. That was great. Sarah, if I had given that speech as good as you just did, I think I would have been pulled from... I wouldn't have been pulled from the race, actually. My grandma died in that mayonnaise chamber.
I'm so sorry about that.
But Sarah, thank you.
She had smooth skin, though.
She did. She looked insane at the funeral. Folks, give it up for Sarah. Sarah, thank you for coming on.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Wow. Love that, Sarah Alley. I'll be looking forward to looking at the metrics for the show to see if there's the Sarah Mountain, as she stated. So, Sarah will be hanging with us throughout the night. I thought with the show this slam-packed, we'd have all the guests stay out with us a la guest panel mode. So, now we're going to move on to our next segment. I want to check in with our friend. Your friend and mine are very incredible. I think Dead Man on the Street, actually. Tommy, we talk to the people for the moment. I'm going to see if I can get them on the phone.
Yeah, so as you guys remember last week, there was a... How do we say this in a polite way? A company that shall not be named introduced a new form of advertisement, and our boy Pete went out there
to see what was going on with this, let's call them sandwich artisans. And these sandwich artisans, well, they revolted. And they pulled him apart like, I believe, what was it? Monkey bread? He was pulled apart like monkey bread.
Yeah.
So
it was like that.
And I don't know if any of y'all have had monkey bread before, but it is delicious. And the thing is that I bet Pete was just as good.
That's beautiful. Well, let's check in with him. Pete, let's see. Pete, you there, buddy?
Hey, Chromdar. Yeah, I'm somehow here. As you know, I died again last week, but whatever, who cares? Life is garbage, and I am the mangy stray dog snacking on that garbage, regardless of whether or not I like the taste of it. How's it going in the studio tonight?
Ooh, you're a little morose tonight, Pete. I like it. It's going pretty well so far, just kicking things off. Sarah just read something messed up. Say, where are you at tonight, Pete?
Yeah, I didn't know Hellman's had a candidate like that. Well, after the situation at Subway last week, where the subscribers to the monthly unlimited footlongs tore me limb from limb medieval style, I ended up in a hospital in Pittsburgh. Apparently there's some sort of show about this place.
No way, Pete. Are you in the hospital from that show, The Pit?
Apparently I am. Well, kind of. There's the main emergency room here where all the doctors are either wise and beautiful or annoying Nepo babies, but they only put people with the glamorous illnesses like hand explosions or sappy, I'm dying for real situations in that part of the hospital. They put people like old Pete over here in another section of the hospital called the arm.
Pete, are you staying? Excuse me. I'm a little choked up here. Are you saying you're in the armpit?
That's exactly what I'm staying and saying, Chromdar.
Okay.
I'll tell you something right now. The armpit freaking stinks.
That is incredible. Pete, it sounds like you need some Dio for your BO, my man.
Oh, man. I hope I die here, Chromdar, tonight. I hope I die here tonight.
Well, based off of all your segments so far, the crowd loves it. Based off all your segments so far on radio, you probably will, buddy. But hang in there for a bit. We're going to get back to the show, but we'll check back in with you in a little while. Oh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while I get our next guest ready for the lights of the soundstage here at WRUU, let's see what's playing over on the old boob tube. Maybe we can catch some movies this time. I love movies. You guys love movies?
Love movies.
Love movies. So let's check it out. Turn that thing on, will you, Tommy?
All right, let me go to just flip this real quick and...
You looking for a new car? One that would tell all your neighbors and anyone that you drive past that you aren't some liberal beta loser. Well, we here at Pingus Automotive have just the car for you. Yeah, that's right. We have Ford F-150s that we all farted on and rubbed our butts on. And that's how you let people know that that's not what you have going on, okay? So come on down to Pingus Automotives at 454 Parkway Park, and we'll get you set up. See you there, alpha male.
That's right, soy boys. My son Jared said it all. Come on down to Pingus Automotives. That's Pingus, Pingus, and we're gonna set you up. We'll see you there. 10
I drop soup. I drop soup. I drop soup. I drop soup. I drop soup.
This Saturday on TBS presents Dinner and a Movie. It's 40-year-old Mergen.
God, just let me get over. God, why is everyone like this in town? Oh, I'm bald, I'm 40, I hate my wife, she hates me, I hate my son. God, just let me get over. Let me get over. Why is driving so hard? My back hurts. Kill me.
Wow, I haven't seen 40-year-old Mergen in years. That Steve Carell sure is crazy. Do you know that scene where he gets in that car accident is real? He really yelled out loud, Kelly Clarkson! That wasn't even in the script. Incredible. Now, let's get to another guest, huh? He's a former host of horror television series, and unfortunately, like many of our parents, he's been red-pilled by Fox News and the multi-billion-dollar machine that's trying to indoctrinate all of us. Here he is. Please welcome tonight's second guest, the MAGA Crypt Keeper.
Yes, thank you.
Now, Mr. Crypt Keeper, it's nice to have you here on Really Late. How are you?
Well, first of all, I am very confused.
I thought I was going to be interviewed by Nick Shirley tonight. And now I'm stuck talking to a filthy liberal, a fate worse than death. And I'd know.
Damn, that's too bad. So let's get right into it. The war that our government seemingly started out of nowhere. What's your take on it?
Oh, I think it's terrible. We should have done it years ago.
Oh, come on, man. That's about what I expected. But so, the president, his administration, you're a fan?
Of course. I'm actually one of Trump's spiritual advisors. Which makes sense because I completely lack a soul.
I think I'm going to cut right through the fog here and cut right to the chase as I address the elephant in the room. Being that you have a storied history of being involved in all things horror, do you think you're a fan of these far-right policies and actions because they are rooted in, well, horror?
Chromdar, let me tell you a brief story. Ever since I was a young corpse, I've always wanted to feel like I could find a place where I belonged. But feeding on the pain and suffering of others and laughing at their misfortunes surprisingly left me a lonely cadaver.
Wow.
I thought I'd be forced to resign to my tomb and give up on my desires for companionship. Who could possibly relate to a demonic, depraved destitute like myself? But then, amongst the Republican Party, I finally found my flock. Vultures and grifters like myself, who I could finally feel free to indulge in my most inner evil self. And how could anyone be surprised that an undead monstrosity like me could find himself at home with maggots?
Wow, that's actually really beautiful. So I don't want to talk only politics with you, so let's talk movies. Have you seen anything you like lately?
Well, I recently rented 28 years later The Bone Temple, but I was very disappointed. It wasn't the kind of adult film I thought it was at all.
Wow, okay. What about music? Do you listen to music in your, I'm assuming, castle? Actually, that's a better question. Where do you live?
Well, me and some like-minded ghouls used to have a beautiful estate up in the Virgin Islands off the Caribbean Sea.
Wow, that sounds kind of gorgeous. Do you have any pictures of this place?
I mean, I'd show you, but they're currently held in a series of files detained by the FBI.
Okay, outstanding. Well, what about drugs, man? Where do you stand on the war on drugs? You're so interesting.
Oh, God. I love them. I love them and their capacity to destroy human minds and lives. But will always advocate for harsh drug laws. Have to keep those despicable paws on their toes, after all.
You're a really interesting guy, man.
What can I say? I've been alive for at least several thousand years. I have a lot of experience.
Yeah, and you stink, dude. So I think that about does it for our interview. Is there anything else you want to say to the listeners before we go?
This MAGA Undead says always vote red. Republican leadership will eventually fill the void in your heart, left because your kids haven't talked to you in over 10 years.
Wow, lovely. Well, you know what? I like you so much. Would you want to stick around for the rest of the show with us?
I'd just be wanting at home otherwise. Screw it, I'm in.
Nice, beautiful. Let's do that. But folks, first, please give it up for the Crypt Keeper. Thank you, guys. Wow.
This is the first applause I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, he doesn't get much of it, I hear. Beautiful. Wow, I like that guy. Now, I want to get serious here for a minute, folks. Can I get serious with you? Good. Some of you may be aware of this, some may not be, but one of Hollywood's most popular directors is in our city filming his newest film. He's been here for a month or so, and I happen to know that he'll be here for the next few months. I'm of course talking about comedy juggernaut, director of films like Superbad and Knocked Up, Judd Apatow. Both myself and Tommy went to see John Mulaney at the Civic Center last month, and Mr. Apatow did a drop-in set. It was great, but during his set he mentioned that he's bored in town and is kind of like looking for friends, which gave us here at Really Late a great idea. We want Judd Apatow to come on the show sometime this month to play the role of Judge Apatow. Here's our pitch. If Judd Apatow comes on the show, we will have listeners call or send in some predicaments, and we will have the Honorable Judge Apatow make rulings on those predicaments. Now, some of you local listeners have maybe seen our flyers up around town pleading to Mr. Apatow to come on. He's a big-time Hollywood guy, so the chances of this are slim, but you know what else had slim chances? This show. And not just this show happening, but, well, this show being done well. And I'm happy to report that both those things came to fruition last week. So by God, we're going for it. So please, Judd Apatow, if you're out there, my contact info is on the Chromdar Hour on Instagram, and I'll be refreshing my DMs until I see your name come through. So prayers up for that. Now, let's hear my co-host Tommy reciting the principles of WRUU after eating 3 sour warheads. Without further ado, we're getting them ready here.
Sour warhead 1.
Okay, first one.
2.
Second one.
3.
Third one's in.
All right.
Let's hear those
This
principles.
is my performance. This is about to make some people's ears hurt. All right. First principle, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. The second principle, justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. Third principle, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregation.
We're losing the words.
Fourth principle, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
Wow, give it up, folks. Come on. That was
Couldn't
pretty.
have said it better than myself.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Wow. Yeah, pretty good.
Great, man. Very funny. Now, why don't you act like a bad boy and break the law and have your dumbass friend read the menu for Lady and Son?
All right, Wrigley, you're ticking me off, buddy. So let's keep it moving. Let's hear some words from this wonderful station before we interview another guest. Take it away, station.
This portion of WRUU's programming is brought to you by listeners like you and by the 2026 Savannah Music Festival, which runs from March 25th through April 5th. Global Roots Music. Programming will feature Dobe Nahare, Plena Libre, Saha Ganawa, Luvant de Nord, and more. More information about concerts and tickets can be found at www.savannahmusicfestival.org.
Listeners of WRUU, there comes a time in life where you need to ask yourself a question. And today that question is, do you want to hear a local man interview mythical creatures such as Frankenstein's monster, the mummy, the Mothman, a vampire who's very old named Count Succula, and other musicians? If so, you can tune in to this station, WRUU, on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern to hear the Chromdar Hour with me, your host, Chromdar. We'll see you there.
You are listening to WRUU, community radio with a global soul, not commercial radio. Therefore, more content, more music, more conversation, and fewer commercials.
Early bird tickets are now available for the 2026 TEDx Savannah presentation entitled Shaping the Future at the Georgia Southern University Armstrong Campus Fine Arts Auditorium on Friday, May 15th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Early bird tickets are available through February 28th and include lunch, seating, and complimentary parking on campus. Early bird tickets are available at TEDxSavannah.com.
All right, thank you, station. Great job. In case you're joining us late, you're tuned in to Really Late with Chromdar, running every Friday night in March at 11:59 p.m. here on WRUU LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. Now, folks, our next guest is someone that no one's ever heard of. Actually, you know what? Let's roll the interview. Don't make me sing the song again.
No one's ever heard of him.
No one's ever heard of this guy, so, you know, we kind of buried it a little bit, but...
I think here he is.
Here he is? Okay.
All right, our next guest is someone that no one's ever heard of, and only his girlfriend and his overly supportive grandma have been to his band shows. Please welcome a guy in a local band that has big things coming. Hey, man, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Chromdar. I'm a huge fan of the show, so I'm really glad you invited me on.
Oh, of course, dude. Literally anybody can get on the show. It's midnight on community radio. So let me ask you this first. What's your name?
Yeah, sure. My name is Blade, and I'm in a local band called Excelsior. Most show flyers say that we're a metal band because our bassist, Gunk, makes all the flyers, and he isn't the sharpest light in the toolbox. But in reality, we're doing something that really can't be qualified by any pre-existing genres. We're doing like a Latin goth thing mixed with some of the elements of late 90s doom.
All right, that's enough, man. We get it. You guys suck.
Whoa. No, we do not suck, dude. We're actually really good. And I have proof of that.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Well, listen to this. We actually have really big things coming.
Guys, no, do not applaud that. This guy is lying.
No, I'm not. We literally have big things coming.
Oh, do you? Really? What big things are coming up for Excelsior, Blade?
Well, I can't actually disclose any information about it.
Uh-huh. Okay, and why is that? Do you have contractual obligations?
Well, no. But I just can't.
Why?
That's personal.
It's personal, okay.
Yeah, it's personal. And I don't even know you, dude. Why would I tell you?
You came on the show to talk about it, right?
Well, no, not entirely. I came on the show to tell you and all the listeners out there that we have big things coming, not to reveal the big things.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that here. It's going to be announced somewhere else.
And let me guess where? Your Instagram story?
No. It's going to be revealed on an Instagram reel in 2 weeks.
You're an idiot, man.
Why are you so hostile, man? Who hurt you?
The local music scene, dude. You know, I used to be like you. I, too, was once in a local band that had big things coming.
You were?
Yeah, I was.
Well, what happened?
They never came.
They never do they?
No, they don't, Blade. They really don't. Anyways, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, wait a minute. Before I go, can I just say one last thing to the listeners?
You know what? Sure, man. Why not? Go ahead.
I just wanted to take a moment to say it's Bandcamp Friday, and you know what that means. So get out those wallets and get ready to dump.
Folks, give it up for Blade and his band Excelsior.
All right. You can keep an eye on their Instagram for the reveal of the big things coming. Their handle is Excelsior Head Cut Off 9000. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Woof. That was an ugly one. I hate local music.
It's the absolute worst. Hey, are you still going to that show tomorrow?
What show?
I think it's happening at the corner of 36th and Bull.
Oh, no, I haven't heard about it. Who's playing?
I think it's Ligma headlining, but SawCon is opening.
SawCon?
Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, good call. Okay, now let's play a game, shall we? Folks, studio audience, should we play a game? Y'all want to hear a game? Yeah? Sounds like we do. Okay, all right. So, tonight's game, I actually got to get something up here. Let's see. You know, I put a lot of stuff together for this show. And, you know, I work really hard. Why are you laughing at that?
He's sweating profusely while he's doing the show.
All right, so I'm going to send something to everyone here. We're going to do kind of a role play thing. Is that okay, guys?
Oh, I'm so not used to that at all. I've never done that.
You're not a role player?
Don't check my phone.
Okay, so Rob, I'm going to we haven't interviewed Rob yet, but Rob is here in the studio, Rob Norman.
Hello.
And Rob, I'm going to give you my phone to read this, okay? I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. But so what we have here... Oh, I'm all over the place tonight. We're really late here. So, boing. Don't laugh at that, okay? The boings are serious. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, and I have my script. What we're doing is tonight's game, and it's called Star Trek: The Final Frontier. Here's how this is going to work. The writer's room located a lost script of the final season of Star Trek, The Final Frontier, which never made it to air. And we thought we could do a live reading of it with all the guests in the studio tonight. Would that be all right with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Is that okay? Okay, cool.
I have nowhere else to go.
Okay, perfect. So let's do it. Here's your scripts. I sent it to you guys. Rob, I'm going to give you my phone. Each person's script has their role assigned next to your lines. Tommy, do you think you could get some spacey music going for us for this?
Yeah,
Not Kevin Spacey, like space.
Gotcha.
There you go, Rob.
We return to a planet once uninvestigated, now being approached.
I'm a defenseless alien who looks like Carrot Top, and I'm not able to breathe well in your spaceship. I am dumb as nails. Durr. Why am I here?
I'm Captain Kirk, and I'm so high I can't even see straight.
I'm Spork, and I am played by Leonard Nemo, the uncle of the fish from Finding Nemo.
I'm George H. Bush, and I'm here on the SS Enterprise, and I am very nervous.
Why are you nervous, George?
It is simple, can't you see? George H. Bush is nervous because of the atrocities his son committed.
Geep, clack, beeble, bonk.
Dang, I like the sound of that. Hit me with some more of that, alien.
Boom, boom, dingy, donk. Yeah, zeep, zoop. Gotta do it to him. Boy, yo, 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 yo.
I am going to kill the alien.
I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah.
I don't
I
ever
wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
I feel so alive right now. I'm going to land this ship on the first planet we see. And guess what we're going to do when we get there, Spork?
What's that, Captain Kirk?
I'm going to licky licky boom boom now.
Incredible. Wow. And scene. Folks, how good was that? Give it up again one more time for our guest, please.
I heard that they were going to have to cancel the Oscars after that performance.
Yeah, I don't
they're
know.
going to have to redo everything.
Yeah, I don't know how you could go up from there,
Best
really.
Picture knocked it out.
Wow, front teeth.
I should have got it for Demon Knight, damn it.
I totally agree. Well, you know what? Let's that was a lot. But hopefully everyone's still with us. Just check the website. Looked like all the listeners tuned out during that, but
It's the first time I've ever seen a negative number.
yeah, it's
that
saying
says
-7. That's tough. Well, let's check back in with our unwell buddy Pete on the street. Pete, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Chromdar, barely.
Dang, well, we appreciate you, man. You told us earlier you're in a hospital in Pittsburgh called the Armpit. You said it's smelly and it sucks, right?
Yeah, I said that.
Wow, what's the vibe in there outside of that? Any cool doctor cameos from the pit? Is Dr. Javadi in there taking your temperature?
Not only have I not seen any cool famous doctors, but I've been assigned to a nurse named Nurse Curse.
Your nurse's name is Nurse Curse?
Yeah, dude, I'm being tended to by Nurse Curse.
That's an unfortunate name. How has she been so far?
She sucks, dude. I rang the buzzer to have her come in and help me get a snack, and she waved her fingers in my face, recited an incantation, and now my feet, Chromdar, lean in. Are you leaning? Lean in.
I'm leaning.
You're leaning?
I'm leaning.
They're worms.
Pete, I think the connection is maybe bad here. Can you say that again?
Your connection is just fine, Chromdar. You heard me. My feet are worms, man.
I thought that's what you said. Feeder worms. Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Look, so Google worm right now. I don't have time for this right now. I'm in the armpit, dude. My nurse is a witch named Curse, and my feet are worms, and I have to go, okay?
Jeez, Pete, that is rough. Well, can we check back in with you in a little bit to see how you're doing?
Yeah, that's fine. Dr. Throbby just walked in anyway, so if my hands are crocodile tails, I'll be sure to answer you, dude.
Dang, well, here's the hoping, man. Folks, how are we doing out there tonight? We doing okay so far? I hope we're doing okay. I know last week we brought the thunder. So I hope we're bringing at least the lightning and the rain a little bit for you this week on Really Late. Oh, I heard some lightning over there. Lightning is what you hear. Thunder is what you see, right? Is that right? Something like that. That's what Grok told me when I looked it up earlier. Also looked up what are tornadoes, and it said it's a vegetable that is commonly found in like BLTs.
That's what the T in BLT stands for.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Well, we're hoping that Pete's doing okay. Hope that you guys are doing okay too. I'm a hopeful son of a bitch tonight here on Really Late, aren't I, Tommy?
I think you're the most hopeful guy this side of whatever we're the side of.
We're on the side. That's right. Precisely. Now, let's take a little breather and see if anything good's playing on the boob tube.
This week on Better Call Saul. The Honorable Judge Hawk will take over now. Thank you. This is Judge Hawk. I'd like to thank you for joining me in the court here. Obviously, we're talking about the plaintiff, Mark Davidson, and the defendant, David Markson. See here that the case is over some faulty ownership on the land, and I would just like to go ahead and call the lawyer up for Mark Davidson to speak on this. And I swear to God, is it that damn seagull that brings him the beach with him? How does he do this? Why are we letting this seagull into the court? Who brought in seagull? Absolutely. Order in the court. Order in the court. Absolutely not.
Rose, I'm so cold. I'm so cold, Rose. I'm freezing.
Jack, we're not even in the water yet. Why are you freezing?
I'm freezing. Thanks to...
What is it, Jack? What is responsible for you being so cold? Oh, spit it out, Jack.
Rose, I'm frozen thanks to Jacob the jeweler.
I'm frozen thanks to Jacob the jeweler. I'm going to let you drown, Jack.
Okay. All right. Well, those are cool. Well, much like R. Kelly, I too am frozen thanks to Jacob the jeweler. But that is where my comparisons to R. Kelly stop. So don't think I have a lot in common with him, okay? Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our final guest of the night. He's a host of the show Proggy Notion on Thursday nights here at WRUU, as well as Theme Stream on Wednesday nights. And he's the man. Give it up for Rob. Rob, welcome to the Chromdar Hour. Oh, the Chromdar Hour! Well, let's spin that back. Studio applause, please. Please welcome Rob.
Thank you, Chromdar.
Wow, you're so welcome. Welcome to Really Late with Chromdar.
Pleasure to be here, though I should warn you, I am one of those old people, dad-type persons who saw F1 in the theater.
What did you think about it?
It was good. Not great.
That was my take, too. I also saw it in theaters, and I was like, this did it, but, like, to me, Ford versus Ferrari was, like, really up there, and this movie was, like, a couple notches down from that. Didn't have the juice. So, Rob, it's an honor to have you on, man. I know Rob from the handover we do every week from his show Proggy Notion to the Chromdar Hour, and that I know that Rob is a man of taste. Rob, how long have you been at the station?
Gee, since 2018, maybe.
Ooh.
I'm up to like show 370 something on one of my shows.
Yeah, give it up. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I more so meant just like how long have you been here tonight? I saw you hanging out around the door when we pulled up. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a little past my bedtime, but it's good.
It's tough. You know, I feel like if you're over 30, once it's past midnight, you're like gremlin mode. Like you shouldn't be out. So I feel that way too.
I'm glad we got to do that Star Trek thing, because every time I hear Chromdar, it sounds like an old Star Trek episode.
That's right.
The Chromdar imperative, or
were you a big Star Trek guy?
Yeah.
There's my girlfriend got into it for a bit, and there's an episode, I forget the guy's name, but he's like this big hairy guy that kind of looks like me, and he's got all these like women, like you know what I'm talking about? I'll need to find the name.
Yeah,
I looked him up, and he had one picture on Google. I was like, is this a real episode?
The hairy guy with the women. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you Google that,
Hairy Mud,
you'll
Mud's
see
women.
Yeah, well, if you look up hairy guy, lots of women,
Okay.
you might see pictures of me.
Or Bigfoot.
Or Bigfoot with women. Anyways, so that's very cool, but really, years at the studio, that's amazing, 2018. As you know, I'm just about at 2 years, and it only took me that amount of time to take on a late night show. That is a clear sign of mental instability, I think.
Definitely.
What advice would you give me to remain in the game for years and years to come?
On late night?
Yeah.
Just keep having amazing guests like the ones you have tonight.
Yeah, tonight's pretty stacked. Next week we're gonna have like P-Knuckle and the Fart Boys or something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's definitely a winner.
So yeah, there will be even more negative listeners next week. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good advice, Rob. Thank you very much. Now, Rob, being that you've been at the studio longer than myself and Tommy and even my buddy Fester, what are some interesting shows from back in the day that are long since gone that you wish would come back?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. We had some world music shows, some rocking around the world shows that were interesting. I mean, the best shows around, I think, are the ones that are still going. I mean, you
True.
know, Here It Is Tomorrow and
Great show.
Not Fade Away, 8-Track Mind.
Tiki show.
Tiki, yep. What's it called? The beat.
Chromdar Hour?
Yeah, the Chromdar Hour, naturally.
I heard that show sucks.
No, it doesn't sucks. Does not sucks. So I'm also curious, Rob. Have you? No. Why are they applauding that? Why would they applaud me sucksing? Also, I'm curious, Rob. Have you ever done a radio at another station? If so, 1, how dare you? And 2, how did that place differ from WRUU?
No, I have not.
Never. You're loyal.
I'm loyal.
To the label that pays me.
Yep.
One time I said that, and John was like, don't say it on the radio. So if anyone listening, I'm obviously a clown, and what I say is, Hong Kong, I'm joking. We do not get paid.
I don't
We do
think
this
that's
for free.
obvious at all.
People have emailed me and been like, you think you're so cool being a liberal freak on the radio? You make money. I make no money. We make no money for doing this.
Trust me.
Everyone here is for free. Everyone is here for free. Everyone here is for free.
We are.
So we'll be at Pinky's after the show, and we're all free for whatever you want. Sarah's saying no. Sarah's saying hell no. All right. Well,
I'll think about it.
Okay, the Crypt Keeper's gonna think about it. You can have fun. I like this guy. Crypt Keeper, get on the mic.
He's got spirit.
Can I borrow a lozenge?
Yeah. How about a Zen? You want to take a Zen?
Just a lozenge, real quick.
A lozenge. Yeah, here you
I've
go.
got some extra warheads.
Yeah, give me a...
Thank you so much for that lozenge. I really needed it.
Incredible. What a voice you have. What a voice you have. Okay, so...
Dulcet tones of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, seriously. If you did a show in that voice, Crypt Keeper, or as you did the other voice you did a moment ago, banger.
That guy sounds really annoying to me.
I like him.
He's probably really niche. He thinks he's so cool.
He probably does. So, in your opinion, Rob, what makes WRUU special?
The volunteer aspect and just the local nature of it. I mean, everybody is from here.
It's true.
Know? So, yeah, we've had people that applied and wanted to do shows that were from far away,
Mhm.
and we wanted to keep it local. So, yeah, I think it's great to have our city represented.
Hell yeah. Let's get some applause for that. Yeah. Also, Rob, in your opinion, what makes macaroni and cheese special?
The cheese.
Yeah. Bang. Bingo. Bingo, Jack. All right, now
And
I want to...
the dust, you know.
That's right. Now, Rob, I want to hit you with some quick lightning rounds, this or that. Would that be cool?
All right, yep.
All right, here we go. First one, coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
All right, moshing or crowd surfing?
Moshing.
Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas or John Stevenson's Sherlock Gnomes?
What?
All right, dogs
Goodfellas.
or dogs or cats?
Dogs.
And last one here for you. Pigs in a blanket or cows in a cow-sized paper shredder?
Well, I can't say I've ever seen the cow. That sounds intriguing.
We'll
though.
show you
I'll
at
try
Pinky's
that.
after the show.
I'm partial.
Crypt Keeper likes it. Folks, give it up for tonight's last guest, Rob Norman, a legend of the radio station here in WRUU. We're lucky to have him on really late. Yes. Now, if you tuned in last week, you heard a review of the trauma film, Special Needs Forces, by one of our writers, Ted Patel. I'm happy to announce that he's back this week with a brand new film review. So please enjoy Ted's review of Reformed Schoolgirls.
Great music experience this week. It's
Movie.
on Reformed Schoolgirls. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I had to describe it in one word, it would be horny. It's a 1968 black comedy set in a reform school following Jenny, a young woman that gets mixed up with the wrong crowd. There's a level of chaos that sticks with the film, kind of keeping things quick and engaging, moving from the moment that Jenny arrives at the prison to finding her place in the overcrowded rooms to the final lingerie-clad fight scene. There's a lot of lingerie in this film. Do not watch this if you don't like lingerie. Jenny quickly comes face to face with school administrator Edna, the real star of the movie, played by the overly dramatic Pat Ast. That's her name. You can't get mad at me. She rules the school with fear, something seen in the movie's more climactic moments. For example, where she literally crushes a cat using her size 13 Jordan. It's probably like a nurse's heel, but I mean, it looks like she would need a size 13 shoe. Lisa, the cat's owner, is distraught, and after being released from isolation, she immediately attempts to flee. Edna chases her to the nearby water tower, where Lisa, losing her nerve, falls off and dies. The movie kind of ends the way that you would expect, I think. Lisa's death sets off a rebellion that ends with Edna's death. This is the nurse, played by Pat Ast. She's a school administrator. They run over her with a school bus. A school bus. Listen, this movie's unfortunately horny. The cast is a real who's who of B-movie celebs. Pat Ast, she's incredible. Her performance alone is what demands the watch. There are others like Linda Carroll, Sybil Danning, and Sherry Stoner, people that no one listening to this will know. They feature in co-starring roles along with a name that might be a little bit familiar to some of the stinkier listeners out there, Wendy O. Williams. Williams was known for her time as the front woman for the Plasmatics and is kind of known as someone akin to a Gigi Allen type. Her live shows usually featured exploding equipment, chainsawing guitars, and of course, a lot of nudity. And it's nudity and sexuality that play a major role in this film. Filmed, written, and directed by confirmed pervert Tom DeSimone, it's considered a satire of the women in prison film genre. And for anyone that's unfamiliar with that, that includes numerous nude shower scenes, fight scenes, and in this case, a suggested romantic relationship between one of the inmates and the administrator. Well, listen, fellas, that's the movie. It's pretty cut and dry here. Nothing too fancy going on. It's definitely worth a watch, but it will leave you with some lingering thoughts at the end. Specifically, good God, what does that dormitory room smell like? Anyways, thanks for listening, and please, don't forget to smear your...
All right, riveting stuff as always, Ted. He's our own skinny version of Roger Ebert. I like to refer to him as Roger Egbert. Pretty good, right?
Where can we see this movie?
Tubi. He's a Tubi man.
Thank you.
Broke. Jesus. All right. Tough crowd tonight, folks. The crowd's looking uglier than sin. Ugh. All right, so I'm sorry. You know what? Let's get back to the show. We have our lovely panel here of guests from tonight's show, composed of Sarah, Allie, the Crypt Keeper, and Rob. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Fire away.
Cool. All right. All right, Sarah, ladies first, so you're first. Okay. Who sang on Door to Door Human Gore's seminal album, a classic really, titled Porcelain Romance?
Tina Turner.
Ooh, unfortunately, no. The singer's name at the time was Chamber. All right, Crypt Keeper, you're up next. Crypt Keeper, in Finding Nemo, what kind of fish is Jock? I'm starting to think the writers mixed up the questions here.
Corpse fish?
Yeah, unfortunately, no, that is wrong. The correct answer was French cleaner shrimp.
My grandmother was never encased in mayonnaise. I just want to let you know
Okay,
this.
well, mine was. All right, Rob, the floor is yours. Who sang in Norwegian death metal band Mayhem? Was it Dead, Euronymous, or Count Grishnock?
Euronymous.
Is that right?
I was never a big Mayhem guy.
That's good. I would think that you would be.
I thought it was Euronymous, but I could be wrong.
All right, now, and this last question will be anybody's. If you know the answer, say beep, and you will get a chance to answer. If your answer is incorrect, it goes back to the floor and the next person to say beep. So here's the question. Uncle Bubba's Seafood and Oyster House is owned by what famous problematic chef's brother?
Beep.
Rob?
Paula Deen.
Beautiful! You are the winner, Rob, which means you have an open invitation back on the show. What a gift, right? Love it.
You said I won, right?
Yeah, you won. Yeah.
Okay, just clarify.
You get beat up tonight. Well, we're getting towards the end here, folks. Just got a couple minutes left, so let's check in with old Pete on the street, who is at a hospital called the Armpit. He last told us his nurse, named Nurse Curse, turned his feet into worms. Pete, how are you holding up, buddy? Pete? Pete, are you there, buddy?
Pete can't come to the phone right now.
Is this Nurse Curse?
Yes, this is Nurse Curse. I turned your little boyfriend's feet into
No, what?
Your next Chromdar, give me your fat stinking soul.
Tommy, hang up. This is scary as hell.
I'm trying so hard. I'll just pull the cord out.
Yeah, pull the cord out. Yeah, folks, that was really dark. But you know what? It was also a hell of a transition, because it's time for this week's installment of Dead White Boy of the Week. This week's Dead White Boy of the Week is our own Pete on the street. Sure, he seems to die every time I talk to him, but the fact that he keeps talking to us is a testament to his love to perform. Pete was a tap dancer when he was little. Did you guys know that? Yeah, he came from a long lineage of artists. His father was a light operator on Broadway, and his grandfather was a paintbrush. He leaves behind absolutely nobody, and you know what? Somehow he'll probably be back on next week. So that's our Dead White Boy of the Week, our beloved P on the S. You ever pee on the S, Tommy? In high school, I used to pee on the S. I also used to S on the P.
I really don't think you can say that on the radio.
Yeah,
right
now, everybody, we've reached the end of tonight's show, and boy howdy if it wasn't a strong one. And is it wrong to be strong? I sure don't think so, but I hope you all feel that same way. Before I give some truly earned and deserved shout-outs, we're going to hear tonight's end of the show prayer. This week read by the illustrious and world-famous Randy Newman.
Hey everybody, it's me, Randy Newman, and I was asked to come on here to Willie Late to hear y'all with the goodnight prayer for the very end of the episode of Willie Late. So here we go. God is good, God is great. God had nothing to do with this episode of Willie Late. Y'all have a good night now, we'll see you next week. Hey,
Love you,
New York City, it's cold and it's stale. Look at all the people dressed like elbows.
Wow. Thank you so much, Randy Newman. I'm a huge fan.
We blew the entire budget to get
Yeah,
Randy
the
Newman
budget
here.
is done. And again, we do not get paid for this. This comes from my hard-earned email job paycheck. This is great. So, folks, that's it for another week of Really Late. I have to thank our incredible guests, Sarah Alley, the Crypt Keeper, Rob, Blade from Excelsior, Pete on the Street, my co-host Tommy, the Writer's Room, WRUU, and you, the listeners. We do this crap for you, and we'll continue to do this crap for you every Friday night in March at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tune in next week at the same time for another hot, fresh, spicy hour of wonderful, one-of-a-kind late-night radio. Our hot person of the week is Wallace Shawn, and our ugly person of the week is ChristyMonster.com Gnome. We'll see you then. Good night! You're glad it's over. That was good. This is a good show. Yeah, I think we're still on.
It sounded like you need me.
Oh my god, it's the vampire.
It's me, the vampire.
Oh my gosh, I love this guy. How are you?
So have you heard about this airline food?
No.
You can't even get on them because the fuel is so expensive.
What?
It's cheaper to DoorDash your meal than to drive to it.
What is your accent?
I'm a vampire.
You do suck.
You related to that succula guy?
I hate Count Succula. Actually, this is a beef. I'm calling you out right now.
No, Count Succula.